I have a Nano X ledger. I don't know if you can actually see. It's from Ledger, the Ledger company.
It seems like a
And
USB.
yeah, it's basically like a USB key. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually a USB key. If you want to have a look, Nano, yeah, just have a look a bit.
Yeah.
And basically, like, yeah, this hardware wallet is very, very cool. It's a Nano X, so it's the smallest version and the cheapest version of a Ledger Nano. And so like, obviously there are other versions of it. I actually just ordered, or it hasn't arrived yet, but the Ledger, I think, yeah, the other version, I forgot what it's called. But basically, like, it's like, this one has to be connected directly to an USB key to your own account, where the other one is through Bluetooth, which is very, very cool.
Yeah.
And obviously, I also use this one because I'm half French, and the Ledger company is a French company, and it uses like all the parts actually made in France. So I'm kind of supporting my own country's industry. But if you want, there's also other types of companies. You have Trezor, for example. You have KeepKey. There's also well, that's obviously on a different concept. But I know, for example, that Crypto.com has a credit card where you are very, very cool concept. Basically, like, you buy some cryptos. The cryptos are the collateral, and also offer you like some types of different deals. But most likely, like, after doing the deals, it offers us a collateral. And so you can actually use that credit card to pay for Netflix, for example, go to like AMC for watching movies, or also like use it for, yeah, or to go to cinema, well, before COVID, or now with the vaccine. Also just buy it for goes to Starbucks, etc. So it's actually very, very cool. It's not really a hardware wallet, but it can act. I like it, but it's more like a direct collateral where you can actually use that as a credit card. But you also have other companies that uses. I think I saw one recently where it was a credit card that holds your cryptos in it, but it was kind of, I don't know. Like, I just watched a video about it, but it wasn't that in depth. More like an ad. But I thought it was very, very cool. So in the future, I think that, like, you'll be able to have a hardware wallet through your credit card, which will be so much more simpler than having this. Even though it's just a USB card, it can be a bit of a pain to actually use. As much as I love the company, yeah, it could be a bit of a pain, but it's also long term, right? So I think that later on you'll have more the long term aspect, but also hardware wallet that you can actually directly trade if you really want to trade your cryptos in it. So yeah, that's for the hardware wallet. Very interesting ideas. If you want to get more, there's a lot of different sources. But the Ledger, I would 100% recommend you the Ledger, and start with the Ledger Nano. That's why I've had this for more than a year now, and it's a great piece of a device. And just the introduction part can be a bit of a pain, but just bear with me. It's after a while, it's very easy. Like, it's like everything. The more you actually do it, the more natural it actually gets.
Oh, for sure. And just if I could jump in here, Marco.
Yeah.
How expensive are these wallets?
I think I bought this for 199 euros.
Okay.
So obviously it's a price. It's more than the budget, but for this one, for example, it actually stores 5 different cryptocurrencies. Only 5, unfortunately, but that's also the cheapest one. I think the one I bought it stores, I think, 15. It's a Nano XL. Sorry, it's Nano XL. The other one that is incoming. That one can store 15 to 20 different cryptocurrencies, which I think that is good for me, because I don't have more than, like, well, for the hardware part, I only have like maybe 10 cryptocurrencies. So like it's well enough. And I think that one is around like 299, something like this.
And talking about storing cryptocurrencies there, Marco, I know, like, whenever I was younger and we used to have these USB ports, they would have been like 5 gigabytes or something like that. I was wondering how much of each cryptocurrency can you store? Like 10 Bitcoins or 20 Bitcoins or?
That is actually a good question. From what I know, I think you can store, I think it has like, I'm actually not too sure. Like, I'm actually not too sure. Not gonna lie, I'm actually not too sure. I think maybe like 20 Bitcoin max. That will be, because yeah, well, unless you're Wealth, for example, which are crypto investors that actually have a lot. I think it's 20. That's why, like, I was interested into buying the XL, because I wanted to also buy some cryptos, not just for me, but also for members in my family. Kind of a family like key. And so that's why I was looking at it, where this one is basically only for me. But yeah, that's a good, that was a good question. I think it's 20. All I know from what I've seen is that it's only 5 cryptocurrencies tops, and then with the other model it's like 15. But the thing is, I would say that if I actually put all the cryptocurrencies that I have from the online exchanges into my hardware wallet, I think that I would be able to store all of them.
I think I would. And talking about like other wallets worth mentioning, are there anything else apart from the like the USB type of thing wallets?
So back in the days, nowadays it's not really used that much, but I'm still going to talk about it because it's kind of a history kind of lesson. You used to have what we call paper wallets. So wait, I'll show you. So yeah, hot wallets, cold wallets. And yeah, so you used to have basically what we call paper wallets, which is a very, very bizarre. You're like, what is it, like a paper wallet? So basically, you know, one of the safest ways back in the days, it's not really used now, but it was basically a paper wallet. What it is that basically you were able to get a piece of paper that was like a Bitcoin, and basically, like, no jokes, your Bitcoin was in a piece of paper. It had the QR code.
Okay.
Yeah. So unless someone's actually stole it, it was just like basically like it's just basically a piece of paper. So it was very, very funny to actually. I've actually seen one like from one of my friends. He actually like showed it to me. I was like, this is so like old school, you know what I mean? Like now you have all the new technologies, and that was mostly used, I think, until the 2014, 2015. And so you had the QR code where you can actually scan, or because there was also like another type of code underneath it, you can just type it on different types of offline or like online wallets back in the days on different exchanges, and it would send the actual crypto directly into it. Yeah. So yeah, very, very cool stuff. I would not really recommend, just because it's a bit difficult, and if you lose it, especially if you lose 1 Bitcoin or 2 Bitcoin these days on your paper wallet, I probably wouldn't have the best day either. So I wouldn't recommend that. But back in like 2008, 2009, when the insurance, when they started issuing Bitcoin, that was one of the biggest ways they used to do it. And so they also used to have it like a wallet generator on one of the papers. And I think that it was one of the very old school ways that you were able to do so. I think also Ethereum had that. I think Litecoin and even Dogecoin apparently, when it started out, you were able to actually get your cryptocurrencies and also store your cryptocurrencies through a QR code. But yeah, I as I said, I won't actually recommend that.
No, for sure. It seems like we've come a long way since
yeah, we have
since the paper wallets.